YouTube. So it's been a little while since I posted. A lot has been going on. I've been a very busy boy. All right, so to start off, the Templar and the Harley Davidson Deuce 2002 are both gone. I did put a post on Craigslist and LetGo and Facebook Marketplace for sale, and I got them both sold. So that was an amazing task on its own. Was able to put a couple of bucks in the bank and set up for my new trip. So part of this video will be me talking about, my new project. The second part will be about my upcoming trip. I'm going to take a 2,000-mile road trip on one of these bikes and hopefully, get you guys some really good content. So without further ado. Okay, so before I go into the new project, I want to show you the old project. So a lot of changes happened with Gloria. This is the VN900. Just a quick recap. I did take off all of the big accessories, the Batwing fairing. I switched over to a Big Shot Memphis shades, pistol grip or trigger lock system. This thing is still awesome. I'm still running the 21-inch wheel. I cleaned up all the wires and hoses, just got everything kind of cleaned up. I changed the risers to I think this was the 40 degree or 38 degree for 5-inch bar risers. I went with the can't remember if these were the 8 or the 10-inch. These are the 10-inch sweepbacks. Very comfortable. Like, I'm still up shoulder height, but not too far forward. Very awesome ride. If you remember, this does have the cam from CMP. Baron's open air filter, the Cobra. I think these are the Cobra shorties. But I did take off the tour pack and the saddle bags. There's no more sound on this bike, no more music. It's just the Stage 2 Motorworks. I put the sissy bar back on. It's got the silver back logo on the back, Gloria. But it's a pretty cool bike still. It actually rides a lot better without all of that weight on there. I'm gonna take a quick rip and I'll tell you about the trip in a couple of minutes. It's definitely a different bike. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is my 2009 V Star 1300. Wasn't the deluxe model. I'm going to make it the deluxe model. It did have a couple of things from factory that were add-ons, and the person I bought it from, he did some quick mods as well. The main reason I bought this bike, and the only reason I bought this bike, was what he did to the engine. So again, like, I'm into cams, I'm into big bore kits and all of that. What he did, and he showed me all the paperwork, is he opened he did a big bore kit, but he did it himself. So he used the stock jugs, both sides stock jugs. He bored it out, so right now we're running at 1435 is what he says. He did show me, like I said, photos of the internals, the piston, basically the whole rundown and the build that he did. This bike is a baby. When I say a baby, let me show you. So, I don't even have the trip meter hooked up. This bike only has 4,350 miles. It's not even really broken in yet. But I want to take off these goofy bars. I already started breaking her down. I got some things powder coated. I did run it. This is the Big Shot Cobra pipe. It sounds great, like amazing. I did change the LED light in the headlight. Let's see, I did go with some Kawasaki grips. I did have the seat reupholstered, so I wanted to keep the same stitch, the same look of the OEM. I'm not really into the Ultimate seat or even the Mustang seat. Just like that one, I love the gel feel, so I had them insert a 1 1/4 layer of foam in here, the memory foam. So this seat is super comfortable. I think it's far superior than the Ultimate seat or the Mustang. I did change the belt. I have to go through all the oils. I do have to do the radiator flush, brakes. I threw on some highway pegs. You know, these are brand new Kawasaki to match the grips. And yeah, she's gonna be ready. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna take the fairing from Gloria, the Vulcan. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna install it on here. The brackets and everything are basically interchangeable. These are the Memphis Shades brackets. That fits right on here. No problems. I already tried it. I actually ran it. Like I said, I am gonna make this like a touring bike. So this is probably the bike that I'm gonna take on the trip. But I did purchase off of eBay a couple of saddlebags. These are the OEM Deluxe 2015 versions. So I sanded them down. One was green, one was gray. Sanded them down. I have my paint coming. It should be here within a few days. Back here I got the brackets. They were kind of rusty. Also got from eBay. So I sanded them down. I got them powder coated black. Those are all ready to go. I got some parts. I got a bunch of stuff ready. My wheels, you see right here, I got the red powder coat. New rotors, front and back. I got the white wall wheels. These are the Shinko 777s. I did hear some mixed reviews on these. I'm gonna give them a shot. If they don't work, then you know, we know what we do. But yeah, that's it for right now. I'm gonna take a shower, gear up, and then I'll take you out on a ride. Well, we'll talk about this new trip I got planned. All right, stay tuned. Okay, so I do have a really good trip planned out. It's a 2,000 mile, I think it's a little over 2,000 miles. I'm actually gonna take a trip to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I do have family out there. Going to see my father. Not doing too well these days. You know, it's one of those things you got to do as a son. You know, you love your parents. You only get one set. So I'm gonna go follow up with him. I'll check on my sister, cousins. Basically, make a good trip. So I don't think I'm gonna make the full trip like the Iron Butt. I'm going to break it up within you know, about 2 days of riding. So I think my first leg will be 500. I think it ended up being 548 miles to Roanoke, Virginia. There's a cool hotel out there. It's like a train, and you actually sleep on the train quarters. It's actually pretty cool. I haven't decided if I was going to do that or I was going to do an Airbnb for the night. You know, try to find something that has jacuzzi, hot tub, or a pool or something like that. I know it's supposed to be really hot. I'm trying to leave within about 3 weeks from today. You see the condition of the bike. I do have a lot of work to do. I've done a lot of work already, just trying to make sure that everything is right as far as you know, checking all the nuts and bolts, using all my Loctite, making sure that it's 100%. I do know with the seat, the way I have the seat set up right now, I think that's going to be perfect for the touring portion. And I know I'm going to be sore. You know, 500 and some change in one day is about 9 to 10 hours of riding straight. You know, obviously I'm going to stop and stretch, fill up gas, and grab some snacks and bathroom breaks and all of that stuff. So I know I'm going to frequently stop, but you know, it's still a challenge. You know, I'm always looking to challenge myself, learn new things, find new routes. speaking of routes, I looked on River. You know, there's three routes that I could take there. I think 78 through the mountains is going to be the most scenic, and you know, windy roads, carving the mountains. I think that's going to be the ticket. The roads look smooth. Some of it was redone in a few states, and some of it might be a little choppy, but I think that beats I-95 any day. But we'll see. Very excited. I'm like ecstatic about this trip, and I just can't wait to actually get moving. I am gonna do the rest of the build on the V Star. I'm gonna, you know, I'll show mounting the tires, you know, changing the brakes, changing the oil, flushing the radiator. I did look inside the tank. The tank is perfect. It's like perfect condition, and yeah, it should be a good build. I'm not planning to spend a ton of money. Like I said, I'm reusing a lot of parts off of the Vulcan, and we'll see how it turns out. I'm very pumped. I could really cruise 80, 85, no problem. The motor is not completely stressed, or it's not stressed, but it's getting there. You know, 80 miles per hour is like completely comfortable. I got no vibrations. To be honest, even if this is a 5-speed gearbox and my Deuce was a 6-speed, I do feel like this bike rides better than the Deuce. You hear the backfires. I love this bike. I get no wind buffeting either from this bike, which I did find on the Deuce. It was insane. Like, my head would be shaking like a bobblehead with or without a screen. The Vulcan is just so smooth in every aspect. Gearbox is smooth. Lane transitions are smooth. It's amazing on gas. I think I'm getting somewhere around 51 miles per gallon. I might take this. The way the bars are set up is perfect. Like, these bars are awesome. They're from Chromeworks. They're about, I don't know, 150 bucks. Weren't too crazy. Come on, buddy. Maybe I'll get off here. There's a couple cool roads back here. So more about the trip. Obviously, if I've already stated that I'm super excited. Being that I haven't taken a very long trip in a while, I am also very nervous. And I don't mean nervous where I'm like scared. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'm getting anxiety or ride anxiety or anything like that. It's just like, you know, like the jitters, the nerves. I'm not worried about my fuel consumption or anything like that. I got that all figured out and calculated. I figured out my route. I know where, you know, gas stations are throughout the route. Back up, I'm going to have a reserve 1 gallon gas tank with me that I'm going to carry on the back of the sissy bar. Like, I'm not worried about anything like that. It's just, you know, like the unknown. That's the beauty of travel, you know, exploring and finding something new. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I can't wait to actually get on this road. Feel the freedom, smell the fresh air, you know? Memories that are just waiting to happen. Got a couple bikes out tonight, or today. Leave in the comments, how do you like the sound of the exhaust? I love it. She just cruises. This is like beautiful. It's about 84 degrees. In the shade, it's probably about 80. The breeze is cool coming off of the water. I live on an island, so we get that cool breeze. It's a beautiful day today. Beautiful. Got a little farm back there. Pretty cool. So leave in the comments, what things do you think I should bring on a trip like this? I have a few items that I bring on every ride. I got a tire plug kit. I got a little mini compressor. You know, I got flares, I got my toolkit, you know, everything that I need for a metric. I got a walkie-talkie, more like a satellite radio, but it's you know, it's a walkie-talkie. I do have my Cardo unit. Let's see. If I use the Batwing fairing, obviously that has GPS, that has SOS signals that I can send out to my family. I don't know. I know I'm bringing spare food and a small med kit, like the essential things. But what else do you think I should bring? Leave it down in the comments. I love living on an island. This is so amazing. If you guys could smell the smells I smell, you'd understand. It smells like you're at the beach. It's old school. Sounds like a shotgun. I think I'm gonna go up here by the lake, turn around, or maybe I'll go straight. Maybe some twisty. Oh yeah, she's up. There's some geese. Guys out there fishing. Got good bass in there. It's brackish water, so this goes all the way down to the ocean and mixes with the fresh water. The fish tend to get pretty big. Road's back in the cut back there. People from Long Island, they know where I'm at. To ride my dirt bike back here. Got much rain. Might be all dried up. Yeah, she's up. There's some geese. Guys out there fishing. Got good bass in there. It's brackish water, so this goes all the way down to the ocean and mixes with the fresh water. The fish tend to get pretty big. The old Kmart. today. They're like riding sneakers, riding boots, however you look at them. Super comfortable. They got the mesh on the side. Got the steel shank through the bottom. These are really good boots. They're lightweight. That's what I like. Another little lake in there. They don't got good fish. Bike hauls ass. Fastest I've got it so far is about 120 miles per hour. Felt a little sketchy. It felt like it could have kept going, but like again, once it starts to feel sketchy and unstable, I back off. I'm not trying to prove any points, you know. I've seen some crazy crashes with the death bobble at high speeds, and I don't want that to be me. Legit. Also, leave down in the comments which bike you guys think I should take. The adventure bike, she's more than capable. Gloria, there's this bike right here. Or Widow, that's the new bike, the V Star 1300. 1300 is a lot more powerful than both of these bikes. I mean, I know they kind of go around the same miles per hour with this cam job. You know, it's I get a lot more mid and upper pull. You know, I know from factory they're not that fast. This one's rips. You know, this is definitely not a stock bike. But the 1300 is it's actually made for cruising. So, you know, it's a lot less stressed at higher RPMs. Guys, let me know down in the comments what do you think I should what I should take. Those progressive shock, enough. Absolutely the best one I've had. I've had the big goofy round ones, but yo, this little winglet there, it really pushes the wind away from, you know how it usually comes out of here, you need the fork guards. This is kind of pushing it away, like off to the side here. Maybe I should take this bike. Just a nice little cruise. Saturday morning. It's busy today. A lot of people are out. Just spending money they don't got. Into that category myself. I try not to, but that's how we're designed to consume. I don't know if you guys can tell, you know, it's about, what time is it? It's almost 11 o'clock in the morning. You can see my daylight headlight in the back of the guy's trailer there. That's how bright these things are. These things are insane. Like, they actually hurt your eyes if you look at them direct. Yeah, I got my high beams on. That's my low beam. Can you see it? That's my low beam. That's my high beam. I need to be visible. Guys, that's gonna wrap it for me today. Hope you guys like the content that I'm putting out, and stay tuned for the build. It's gonna be amazing. You know, like I said, I'm not gonna throw a ton of money at it, but you know, a decent amount. I want it to be comfortable, I want it to be safe, and you know, I want it to be entertaining for you guys to watch. So please stay tuned. Thanks for watching to the end. Like and subscribe.